Hello everyone and welcome to Bristol 1350. I was at Barnes & Noble earlier today and I found this. I got it because, for multiple reasons. It looked cool. I mean, this book box caught my eye. It says 1 to 9 players, so there's a solo mode, which I appreciate, and it has an interesting theme. Here, I'll read it for you. The dreaded Black Death has descended upon the town of Bristol. You are racing down the streets, desperate to escape into the safety of the countryside. If your cart is the first out of the town, if your cart is the first out of town, you and your cart mates win. Or do you? Some villagers on your cart may secretly already have the plague. If you leave town with a plagued villager on your cart, you will catch the plague and lose. What will you do to make sure that doesn't happen? And who will you trust or betray along the way? Bristol is a light strategy and social deduction game for 1 to 9 players, learned in 10 minutes and play in 20 to 40 minutes. And I thought the components looked pretty interesting. And so let's do an unboxing first, and then maybe we'll do a playthrough afterwards. So let's see what's inside the box. And this comes off, so without that, that's the back. It's a very cool box. Here's the front or the back. It's a magnetic lift. Interesting artwork. Here's the rule book. Let's look at the components. Here's the map. Let's see how to open this. We got some tape here. Okay. Oops. Okay. Get rid of that. So here's the map. It's a nice neoprene map. There's the back, kind of like a mouse pad feeling to it. You just roll it up and fits. Well, maybe I should roll it better. Yep, fits nicely back there. Here are the carts that you use to move around. You got 6 dice, each with, I believe they each have a white, gray, and orange apple, and a white, gray, and orange rat symbol. So those are apples and those are rats. Here are the little player character pawns. A bag that you put them in to draw them out of. And then we have the cards. So let's see. There is I'm not sure if I'm going to sleeve these cards. I might. There's a decent amount of room there, so maybe we'll be able to sleeve the cards and put them back in here. Unfortunately, we won't be able to use this nice box, except maybe we can put some of the components in there instead of the cards. Alright, let's see what cards we have. I really like the artwork on here. So these are the characters. You got the Countess, the Sheriff, the Barmaid, the Mason, the Friar, the Outlaw, the Knight, the Serf, and the Chandler. And then we have, these are remedy cards, remedies. And they give little abilities. I'm not going to go through all of these now, but as they come up during gameplay, we'll read them. But again, very nice artwork, and they have like a linen finish to them. Very good quality cards. And then we have the symptoms. So these are the symptoms. You got ones for headache. Cough is a 2. Chills is a 3. And then Bubos is a 4. And that's all the cards. So that's the unboxing. I'm going to see if I can sleeve these cards and see if they'll still fit, even if I have to do like something like that where I have to put them. But we'll see. I'll try and sleeve them up. I'll let you know, and maybe we'll do a playthrough. So that's it. That is Bristol unboxing, and we'll see if we can get a playthrough in here. So I will not be sleeving these up because there is a lot of give. So I'm not going to be sleeving these. So let's just cut to the playthrough. Okay, we can start playing the game now. So I randomly took out the pawns from the bag of the 4 characters we're playing with. We're going to play as the Friar, which is the yellow pawn. The Knight is the red pawn, the Countess is the purple pawn, and the Sheriff is the blue pawn. The Knight and myself, the Friar, are in the birch wagon. The Countess is in the cedar wagon, and the Sheriff is in the oak wagon. I also started the game with 2 remedy cards, and they give me 2 options, and the top 2 options are the same on both cards. So the first 2 are arsenic and chicken. Arsenic can be discarded to lock 2 dice, and chicken allows you to re-roll your 2 dice an extra 3 times. And then we have arsenic again, or leeches lets you draw 2 symptoms in either and add either one to any cart's mingle area, discard the other. So let's begin by rolling all 6 of the dice. So we have currently 2 cedar rats, so 2 cedar rats, 1 birch rat, and then we have 2 oak apples and 1 oak rat. So the first player, or the one in first place right now, is the Knight. And the Knight, let's see, he's gonna want to re-roll one of, let's see. So I'm thinking he would want to roll one of these, but according to the rules, here, let me see. Okay, so they want to re-roll the cart that's furthest ahead that's not their own, so that would be the birch, not the birch, the cedar. So he's gonna, the Knight is gonna re-roll one of the cedars. Okay, he rolled an apple for cedar. So he would, because he rolled an apple, he would move up 1, but because he can't move up 1, he instead kicks the person behind him back to another cart. So that would be me. He's kicking me. Oops. And I get kicked over to the cedar cart. Okay. So that was his turn, and now we go clockwise. So now it's the Countess' turn. She's gonna want to re-roll the cart ahead of her. That is the birch cart. All right, so she just rolled an apple, so she gets to move up one because she's not in the lead, and so she just moves to the back or to the second part of the birch. Now it is my turn. I think I'm gonna want to re-roll these two. So the ghost players or the AI players roll one. We can roll 2 dice, move our pawn, or draw a remedy. We have 2 remedies. Let's see if we can get something else here. Okay, so I'm happy with this. So the white or the birch cart is going to be able to move more, but so am I. And I don't move just because I draw an apple. I have to do one of my actions to do that. Okay, now it's the sheriff's turn. He is going to want to re-roll the white one because it's the furthest one ahead of him. All right, so but he rolled an apple, so he's going to move up 1. So he moves into my cart. All right, so now because we all went, we now move the carts. So the birch cart is going to move twice. The cedar cart is going to move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. And the oak cart just moves 1. Okay, and now we would mingle if we had 2 or more rats of any cart color. Because we only have 1 rat of each cart color, there is no mingling. Let me double check that. Okay, so I had that a little wrong. We need to check for rats before we move, but we'll do that from now on. Luckily this time it didn't do anything because there was not enough rats. You need 2 or more. So that's the end of that round. Now let's go on to the next round and we will re-roll all the dice. Okay, so we have 1 apple for birch. We have 2 apples for cedar. And we have 3 apples for oak. So I am first, because I'm in the first cart. Let's see, I think I will want to re-roll one of these and one of these. Ooh, okay, so just gave 2 apples to birch. So now we go clockwise. It's going to be the sheriff's turn. He is right behind me. He's going to want to roll white also because it's the furthest cart that's not his. So we are giving 1 apple there, and they get a rat. Because he rolled an apple, he's going to move ahead of me. And just leave him laying there. Now it is the knight's turn. Keep going clockwise. Knight's turn. He's going to want to re-roll our 2 apples. Let me see. If I want, I'll use my chicken. No, not my chicken. My arsenic. I'm going to use my arsenic to lock those 2 dice in place. So I'm going to discard that so that no one can re-roll those 2 dice now. So he would then do, I guess, the oak is what he would re-roll. So he's going to re-roll 1 of the oak. Okay, so now there's 2 rats in the birch, so they're going to have a mingling. Now we'll do the countess. She would do that one, but I locked him, so she's going to do oak. Ooh, okay, so birch has 3 rats. So they're going to have a mingling event. So I draw 1 card from the symptoms, and I shuffle it with, it's the Countess and the Knight. Okay. And so if their symptoms add up to 6 or more, then they are infected. And I don't want to be in the cart with them if they're infected, especially at the end of the game. And then this one is discarded, but I don't see what it is. And I don't know how much they have, but I do know that they have mingled and are higher chance of them being infected now. Okay. Because we all, I don't know if I showed before, I drew a 2 and a 1. So I have 3 symptom, level of symptom. So I am not infected yet, and I don't want to be infected or else I'd lose. So I want to, escape without being infected. Okay, so now we move the carts. Birch is going to move 3 spaces, so 1, 2, 3. Cedar is going to move 2, 1, 2. We're in the same space, but according to the rules, Cedar or Birch is still in first place technically, so we just leave them a little bit ahead. And now Oak is going to move 1. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. Now let's re-roll the dice again. Okay, we have 2 rats and an apple for the Birch cart. We have an apple for the Cedar cart, and we have an apple and a rat for the Oak cart. Okay, so the knight is going to go first. He's going to want to re-roll ours because we're the furthest ahead, card ahead that's not his. He rolled a rat for Oak. Going clockwise now, it's the Countess's turn. She's going to roll an Oak. Here. It's the same thing, another rat. My turn. I'm going to re-roll these 2. Okay. That's good. Puts my cart ahead. And now it's the sheriff's turn. Let's have him re-roll this one. Ooh, another rat. That's not good. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, that's not good. That means we're gonna mingle now. So let's mingle first. So we're gonna draw 1 card from the symptom deck. Oh, this is not good because I had a really good starting. I should have kicked him out of my cart. That's what I should have done. Okay. Hopefully we stay under 6. I have no idea what he had. Okay, we'll give him his first. Don't know what he has. But now I know at least every one of the ghost characters has mingled once. I'll discard that one, give myself these. Okay, I have 4. I'm still not infected. So I have 4 levels of symptom, or 4 symptoms. Alright, let's, here, let me put these in the shot here. Okay, so now we move the carts. Cedar's gonna move 1, 2, 3, and Oak is gonna move 1, 2, 3, and Birch doesn't move at all. Alright, let's re-roll. Whoop. All 6. Okay. Oh, a lot of Birch. Birch has 3 apples and a rat. Cedar has 1 rat, and Oak has 1 rat. Okay. Who's in first? The sheriff is in first place. The sheriff is going to want to re-roll one of these. And another white rat, so looks like Birch might be mingling. Next, going clockwise, is the knight. He's going to want to re-roll ours, Cedar. He rolled an apple, and because he rolled an apple, he moves up 1. So now, let me just stand this guy up so I can make room for the knight. The knight moves up 1. Now we have 3 And there, she moves up. Now it's the Countess. She's gonna re-roll this. One for Cedar. Let's see. I am going to re-roll, or do I want to, maybe I should start kicking some of these guys out of here, because they're all infected. You know what, I think I'm going to wait on doing that. Let's re-roll, I'm going to re-roll, 2 apples from white, and they're oak. So it didn't really help the cedar cart, but oh well. So before we move, the cedar cart is going to mingle. Even though she's by herself, you still mingle. Whoops, we weren't supposed to see that. Anyways. Okay, we'll just discard that one. Okay, so the Countess has mingled at least twice. We unfortunately accidentally saw one of hers. It's a 1, so she may still have that 1 and not be sick or infected. Anyways, let's, oh, we have to move the cards. We didn't do that yet, so let's go top to bottom. So Birch is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. They're going to be tied with us, but not for long, because Cedar moves up 1. And Oak moves 2. 1, 2. Okay, now we re-roll. Okay, Cedar has 3 apples, which is nice. Oak has 2 apples. Cedar has 1 apple. So, let's see, who's going to go first? It's the Sheriff, because he's still in first place. He is going to... he's going to want to roll a Cedar. He gave us an apple. Because he's in first place, though, he kicks us back, or he kicks me back, and I go into the Birch cart, and he moves up. So that's not good. I need to get over there. So I think what I'm going to do is, well, it's not my turn yet. So let's see what, so that was the Sheriff. Now it's the Knight's turn. He's going to roll one of these. It's the same thing, but it's an apple. So the Sheriff moves up ahead of, I'm sorry, the Knight moves ahead of the Sheriff. There. Now it's the Countess. She's going to want to reroll one of these. It's a rat. Now it's my turn. I'm going to push myself, or elbow myself ahead of her as my action. And then end that turn. There's not enough rats to mingle anyone, so Cedar's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Birch isn't going to move at all, and Oak is going to move 2. 1, 2. So Oak is tied with us now. Maybe I should have re-rolled some of their dice instead of doing what I did, but who knows? We'll see what happens. So now let's re-roll all the dice. Okay, we have, oh, wow, that's a lot of rats for the Cedar. We got 2 for Birch and none for Oak. So maybe I want to stay in the Cedar, I'm sorry, in the Birch cart, and maybe just roll enough dice to move us there. So, let's see, who's in first? The red is in first place, so the Knight. Knight is going to re-roll one of these. So we have 2 rats now. Countess is going to reroll one of these. An apple. And she moves up one, so she moves ahead of me. So my whole turn last turn was useless. Now it's my turn. I'm going to reroll one of our rats. And I'm going to reroll one of their rats. And I'm going to use my chicken. Well, maybe not. Let's reroll first, see if we like it. If we like a roll, we don't need to use the chicken. If we don't like the roll, we'll use the chicken. Okay. Well, I like this one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. The red is about to win. I think I'm fine with this, though, because I have a feeling they might be too sick, especially because they're going to have a mingle right now. So maybe we'll leave it like that. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Okay, so now let's do the mingling. We do not mingle in the birch. Cedar is going to mingle. So that's red and blue. The knight and the sheriff. Whoop. It's not easy to shuffle very few cards like this. Okay. All right, sheriff first. Come on. 1, 2 for the sheriff. In for the knight. 1, 2. Discard. Now let's move 1, 2. They are pretty much at the finish line. And we move 3. 1, 2, 3. They move 1. Okay. All right, let's see how we do. Okay, so 1 apple for birch. We got an apple and 2 rats for cedar. And we have an apple and a rat for oak. Let's see, the knight goes first. He is going to want to re-roll one of ours. Gives him an apple. He moves up, but he can't move up anymore, so he kicks him all the way back to the back of ours. Here, let's stand my guy up. Oops. There. Okay. Okay. So he went, he just kicked someone back. Countess' turn. She's going to want to re-roll just 1. Ooh. Okay. My turn. I want to re-roll these 2. Okay, good. Now, the sheriff's turn. He's going to want to re-roll one of... Actually, well, yeah, he's going to want to re-roll. And it's still a rat, which is fine. Okay. So everyone went. The cedar is going to... So it's just the knight. It's going to mingle. And we'll see if he's infected or not. Okay, we'll discard that one. Give him these 2. Okay, and none of the other cards mingle. We move 2. 1, 2. He moves 2. 1, and he only needed 1. And Oak moves 2. So now let's see if the knight was infected or not. Alright, let's see. First card. It's a 1 and a 3. He was not infected, so the knight is a winner. But let's see if we could still win. I doubt it, because so we have one more round to see if we can cross the line and not be infected. So far, we're not infected, but if either the Countess or the Sheriff are infected in our cart, then we lose. which looks like is what is about to happen. So let's re-roll these dice one last time. Okay. We have a lot of cedar, which doesn't matter so much anymore. One oak and one white, both apples. So Countess is in the lead. She's going to want to re-roll one of these. It's a rat for the oak, so it didn't help us at all. Now let's, my turn. I'm going to, oh, you see, I'm in a pretty bad spot because even if we cross the line, I have a feeling they're both going to be infected and I lose. But if we don't move past the line, we're going to definitely lose. So I think I'm going to have to take the chance and just try and cross the line with them because I don't have enough actions now to kick one of them off or both of them off, because that's what I would pretty much need to do. And I don't have enough turns to get into that one by myself and win. So we're going to re-roll these two. We need at least, let's see, we would move here, 1, 2, 3. We need 3. So these both need to be white. Okay. So I'm going to use my chicken now. That allows me to re-roll our 2 dice an extra 3 times. So it was one of these. We're going to keep that one, and we're just going to re-roll this one. Hopefully we get a white apple. So that was 1, 2. It's our last re-roll. 3. Okay, so that did not help us. So let's just finish the game all the way, even though we know we're going to lose. The birch cart moves 1 and 2, does not reach the finish line. The cedar cart has already escaped and won. The oak moves 2, no one's in it. Now let's see if we did cross the line, if we would have won or if we would have lost anyways. Let's see if they were infected. A 1 and a 3. Okay, so she would not have caused us to lose. Let's see the sheriff. A 2 and a 4. So he would have caused us to lose because he has 6 symptoms. So he would have caused us to lose because he was infected. So there you have it. That is a game of Bristol solo mode. It is pretty much a party game though, from 1 to 9. Because I saw some videos on it online before I played it. I read the rules for solo mode in here, and I didn't think I would find it very fun for solo mode, but you know what? It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. I'm pleasantly surprised in that respect. I enjoyed playing it even solo mode, and I think it would be a lot more fun with other people because you have the whole hidden role of, if they're infected or not, and if they are infected, they want to make everyone else lose so that the infected wins. So I can see that this being a pretty fun party game. It's up to 9 players, 1 person for each cart. So there you have it. That is Bristol 1350 solo mode, and it is now time to recite the litany of the meme. The night is dark and full of terrors, but I know that we will live long and prosper, for the Force will be with us always against the forces of he who must not be named, as we remember to keep it secret, keep it safe, until the day we assemble in the name of Muad'Dib. So say we all.